Okay, so good day. So this time we're going to discuss what are the recursive and explicit form of sequence. So first we're going to define recursive and explicit form of sequence. And by defining the recursive and explicit, we will determine the difference between the two forms of sequence. So in recursive sequence, it is a sequence in which terms are defined using one more previous term which are given. So in recursive, it must have a given term before you can determine the, the succeeding term or the other terms of the given sequence. While in explicit, it is a formula that allows direct computation of any term for a sequence a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, up to a sub n. So in explicit, even without the given term of the given sequence, we can directly find the terms of the sequence. So that is one of the difference, no? That is the difference of recursive and explicit. So in recursive, we must have defined or given term of the sequence. While in explicit, no need to have a given term. So recursive formula calculates its term based upon the value of the prior term. So it is just like the definition before, no? That in a recursive formula, we need the value of the preceding term to obtain the next term. So, so the calculation will base upon the previous term. While in the explicit, we can directly find whatever term you want in a sequence. It is written in terms of n, where you substitute in a number n or for n. So the recursive formula depends on the value of the preceding or the previous term, as I have said before. So the preceding term will be a sub n minus 1. And the explicit formula depends on the n term of the sequence. So it depends on the general form of the sequence. So let's have an example. So find the first 5 terms of the given form of sequence. So in recursive, we have a sub n equals to a sub n minus 1 plus 3. And in explicit, we have a sub n equals to 2n plus 3. Okay, so this formula class is an example of the recursive formula. And this one is for the explicit. If you notice, in the recursive formula, it has a sub n minus 1. So this a sub n minus 1 is the previous term, no? The preceding term. While in the explicit form, so only n is given. Okay? So how to find the first 5 terms of the given form of sequence? So in recursive, because there is no given, we cannot find the terms or we cannot find the first 5 terms. Because if we substitute the value of n, finding a sub 1, substitute the value of n to the given recursive form, so a sub 1 equals now to a sub 1 minus 1, where 1 minus 1 is 0. And there is no such term a sub 0. It's always start with a sub 1. So it is undefined. But in explicit, if we're solving for a sub 1, so your n is 1. So you just substitute 1 to the value of n. So we have 2n, so 2 times 1 plus 3 equals to 5. So we have now the value of the first term or a sub 1. So solving for a sub 2. So your n now is 2. Substitute to the given form of explicit or the explicit form. So we have 2 times 2 plus 3 equals to 7. So just substitute this 2, no? The value of n. Substitute sa 2n. Okay? So next, let's find a sub 3 of the explicit form. So a sub 3 now. So the value of n is 3. Substitute to 2n plus 3. So it becomes 2 times 3 plus 3, where 2 times 3 is 6 plus 3 is equals to 9. And finding a sub 4. So your n now is 4. So substitute 4 to n. So 2n plus 3 becomes 2 times 4 plus 3 equals to 11. And a sub 5, your n now is 5, equals to 2 times 5 plus 3 equals to 13. So this is now the first 5 terms of that given explicit form of sequence. Okay. So let's proceed. But how to find the first 5 terms in the recursive? So there's a need to assign at least one given term or one or more terms to find the first 5 terms. Okay, so let us say given a sub 2 equals to 7. Yeah. So to solve for a sub 1, a sub 2 or a sub 3, because a sub 2 is given, so we cannot solve first at a sub 1 because there is no preceding term to a sub 1. Okay, so let us solve for a sub 3 because a sub 2 is given. So a sub 3 now, substitute 3 to n. Siya, no? Substitute 3 to n. See. Yan. So this n becomes 3. So therefore, we have now a sub 3 minus 1 plus 3 equals to this a sub 3 minus 1 to class. A sub 3 minus 1 becomes now a sub 2. Where a sub 2 is given equals to 7. So a sub 2 plus 3 now become 7 plus 3 equals to 10. So our third term or the a sub 3 now is 10. Okay, so did you follow? Okay, so let's proceed. And how to solve for a sub 4? So the same process, substitute 4 to the value of n as the value of n. Okay, so it becomes now a sub 4 minus 1 plus 3. And this a sub 4 minus 1 becomes a sub 3. And we have already solved what is a sub 3, where a sub 3 is 10. So this is now the value of, no, okay. So the value now of n of a sub 3 is 10. So a sub 4 now is equals to 10 plus 3, which is equals to 13. So solving a sub 5. So again, substitute 5 as the value of n. So a sub 5 now is equals to a sub quantity 5 minus 1 plus 3 equals to a sub 4, where a sub 4 is 13. So therefore, it's equals to 13 plus 3 equals to 16. So we have now the value of a sub 3 is sub 4, and a sub 5, and a sub 2 is given as 7. So a sub 3 is 10, a sub 4 is 13, and a sub 5 is 16. So how to obtain a sub 1? So no need to use the formula. Just think of a number that if you add by 3, you add by 3 equals to 7. So therefore, our a sub 1 is 4. So this is now the first 5 terms of that given recursive formula or recursive form of sequence. And the first 5 term for the explicit is 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13. Okay, so it's very clear. No? So in recursive, we have to assign a term or define term in order to use the recursive form. But in explicit, no need to assign any term. Okay? But we can assign also in explicit. So let's have another example to make it clear. So example 1, find the first 5 terms of the sequence a sub n is equal to quantity a sub n minus 1 quantity times 2 plus 2 if the first term a sub 1 equals to negative 5. Okay, so there is a given. No? Given ang a sub 1. So since this is a recursive ito class because we have a sub n minus 1. So given a sub 1, so let us solve now for a sub 2. Okay. So a sub 2 now, substitute 2 as the value of n. Ito. So a sub 2 now is equals to a sub 2 minus 1 times 2 plus 2. So it becomes a sub 2 is equals to a sub 1 because 2 minus 1 is 1 times 2 equals to 2. And it is given that a sub 1 is negative 5. So given a sub 1 is negative 5. Okay, this one. So just substitute. No? So our a sub 2 now is equal to negative 10 because negative 5 times 2 is negative 10 plus 2. So our a sub 2 is negative 8. Okay? Okay. So for a sub 3, your n now is 3. So by substitution, so it is equal now to a sub 3 minus 1 times 2 plus 2. So this a sub 3 minus 1 becomes a sub 2. And we have already our a sub 2. So, excuse me. So we have already our a sub 2. So just substitute this value of a sub 2 to in finding a sub 3. So therefore it is equal now to negative 8 times 2 plus 2. So a sub 3 is negative 16 because negative 8 times 2 is negative 16 plus 2. And our a sub 3 is negative 14. Okay. So let's proceed in finding a sub 4. So a sub 4 now is equals to the quantity a sub 4 minus 1 times 2 plus 2. So this a sub 4 minus 1 becomes now a sub 3. And we know that the value is a sub 3 is negative 14. And so therefore a sub 4 equals to negative 14 times 2 plus 2. Or a sub 4 equals to negative 28 because negative 14 times 2 is negative 28 plus 2. And our a sub 4 now is equal to negative 26 after adding negative 28 and 2. So a sub 5. So a sub 5 is equals now to a sub 5 minus 1 quantity times 2 plus 2. And it become a sub 5 is equals to a sub 4 times 2 plus 2. And your a sub 4 is negative 26. Ano siya? A sub 2 is negative 26. Yan. And so therefore, a sub 5 is negative 52 because negative 26 times 2 is negative 52 plus 2. So our fifth term now is negative 50. And we have the given term a sub 1 equals to negative 5. So the first 5 terms now are negative 5, negative 8, negative 14, negative 26, and negative 50. So take note that in this problem, we are using the recursive form of sequence.